this, of course, as you've probably seen many other people do reviews of these figures, but being a big Thundercats fan, I did miss out on a lot of the vintage figures, but I had a few, and here's the new Thundercats Classic 8-inch Lion-O figure from Ban-Dai America. And you can see here the back here shows several pictures, what he comes with, the 2 figures in this wave, as well as the 6-inch figures for the new cartoon, which I also enjoy. Very slow in getting me on board, but it is a very good cartoon. And so yeah, packaging is pretty good. I love the Thundercat symbol in the background, so I just had to get him out as soon as possible. So bring in the figure there. He is quite good, surprisingly good. Ban-Dai, the Japanese portion of the company, has done some very good quality toys for that market that have managed to make their way over here through importing. I guess the biggest line that Ban-Dai has done that I would know about would be the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, all based on the Japanese Sentai series. Now, some people are a big fan of those things. Not me, really, so I have zero interest in them as a collecting, as a line to collect. So, this is my real first Ban-Dai purchase. It's surprisingly good. I was not expecting to be as wowed as I was. The sculpt is great. It looks almost exactly like the cartoon version from the 80s, come out of the right out of the television screen. They do get these nice bright colors, and I think that helps to sell the figure. And all the accessories. Now, it's nowhere near perfect. There are lots of things that I would change with this figure. Like I said, paint job is great. No real blemishes here. Sculpting is great too. Wonderful. I like his face, and the hair does look kind of ridiculous, but it's spot on to the design of the character. So for accessories, of course, he's outfitted here with the Sword of Omens and the claw shield. We'll take a look at the Sword of Omens first. And here's where I have the first gripe about the figure, and that's the plastic that this sword is made out of is way too flexible. So, like, if you let it sit like that, it will tend to droop down. But the good thing is you just flip it over and it will straighten itself out. So you really have to kind of pay attention to how you pose the sword. Although it's nicely painted silver, I would have liked to have had the details painted in there. I know there's some blue in the sword, hilt. And the weapon here, it's good, but it could have been better. If you've seen, there was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive one that was made out of solid vacuum formed plastic, and I didn't want to get that figure because the price, B, the paint scheme on his body, it looked terrible even in the advanced videos that I saw of the figure. The only reason to get that would be the silvery solid piece weapons. Now, of course, he has to have the small dagger-sized Sword of Omens, and you can see there it has the Eye of Thundera slit there. That's nice that they included both the short sword, a short version and a long version of the sword. It's cool that you can slide it into the claw shield, like so, just like he did. Let's talk about the claw shield here. Is a whole piece that simply pegs onto a ball joint on his wrist, and he comes with a replacement hand that you can just snap on. It takes a while to get used to putting this in because it is on a very ball joint, but once you get it in the right position, there you go. Once you get in the right position, it easily snaps on. And so the claw shield here, very nicely painted, this golden color with the red tips here, or whatever they are, that I recall the lines would shoot out of here if you needed to grab onto something far away or there. And you can see that the track the Sword of Omens fits into, and you can see here this little piece here can just go right into where the ball joint socket is in the glove. So we can keep the claw shield and Sword of Omens on his hip, which is again another nice touch. Very well handled by whoever is running this line. It does have another hand for the right hand that you can replace as well. Let's get into articulation, which is just as good as the I didn't think that Ban-Dai would be able to carry this off, because I've seen their other figures, especially Ban-Dai America, they don't have many points of articulation. They seem to be just your basic action figures, shoulders, maybe knees and elbows, as well as shoulders and hips, head, and waist. So it's nice to see that they did go a little bit more for this collector's line. So the head, of course, left and right, goes forward and back at the neck, and has a slight movement on the ball joint here, so you can get him nodding his head side to side, or a little bit forward and back, as well as forward and back at the neck. But it is a little springy at the neck, so it's not going to be able to keep looking so far down or so far up. It's going to spring forward or back into a more neutral stance. Arms go all the way around, out to the side, rotate. Single joint at the elbow, that's okay. You still get lots of posing from it. And I really do like the ball joints here at the wrist, because you can rotate there and rotate, bend back and like that. And if you're clever enough, you can get the joint here to rotate, so you can get wrist movement forward and back as well, like that. So, which is very cool, very good in posing his swords. He's got this upper torso joint that just seems to go forward and back a little bit. But he's got a great waist joint that will go side to side, forward and back pretty far, as well as rotate. Now the belt does get in the way of his rotation, but it is made of a soft enough plastic that it will get out of the way of the figure. His hips and joints are very good. Simple but good. They go forward, a little bit back, they go out to the side. He rotates at the thigh. I think it's cool that they did the muscle this way instead of breaking it up, so that the sculpt doesn't, you don't leave half of his leg up in the front while the other one is around the other side. He's got double knee joint. He rotates at the boots. There, the ankle goes forward and back and has ankle pivot. So you'll be able to really pose these guys very dynamically. I'm really looking forward to getting all the Thundercats in some pretty cool action poses. I'm sure everybody's kind of posed him in this already, and you can't really get the full effect. A little bit more there. So very cool. So stay tuned for my review on the other figure that we've gotten in this line so far, Tigro. And until my next video, I'll see ya.